You know how in ancient world they believed a very long time ago there was an age of heroes where the world was populated by superpowered descendants of the gods? Chicken have that in real life. It's the dinosaurs. You know, you're not wrong. I'm sure some chicken probably watched Jurassic Park and got inspired. Running theory right now that I read today is that ostriches are the direct descendants of T-Rexes, which explains a lot, because ostriches, much like T-Rexes, aren't real. Hello everybody and welcome to Kalbus. My name is Lumo and today we are looking at one of my favorite subreddits, r/Tumblr. A subreddit dedicated to the posts that have left a quarantine zone that is the former blogging site of the internet. That's right, posts from tumblr.com that were funny enough to be reposted from Reddit. However, they are normally reacting to posts from Reddit posted to Tumblr that are now on YouTube. It's a vicious cycle, so let's just get right into it. Stating the obvious, one thing I've noticed while running an online shop is that Americans never include their country when writing their address. I don't mean when filling in online forms, because that's obviously a required element, but when emailing me for address changes for orders. They never include a country in the updated address, but I always know the country is the United States of America because literally no one else around the world would do that. Seriously, why would you include it though? It's extraneous information, like of course it's the US. There are 195 countries in the world. Yes, okay, but hear me out. How many Americans are shipping internationally on a regular basis? Like, that's not even a joke. I'm not trying to be American-centric. But how many Americans are doing things internationally with snail mail? To answer me that, because I don't think it's a big number. So we just do things domestically for the most part, and that's kind of where this attitude comes from. I've done this. I know why. It's because I forget, because I always do things domestically, exclusively. Can't stress on how much of this is personally aggravating. Depression. No do thing. Tired. Me. Okay, well maybe if I go to sleep super duper early, I'll get a decent amount of sleep. Insomnia. You fool! You absolute goddamn idiot! Insomnia, you are awake. Me. Okay, well maybe now I can get some stuff done. Depression. You fool! You absolute goddamn idiot. Look. You want to know what birthed my insane 5 a.m. routine to work out in the morning? It's because it makes me tired. It started not out of, I kind of wanted to be big at that time, but not to the extent I do now. But genuinely, you wake up at 5, you work out, and then when 9 o'clock hits, it's like death takes you and then you can sleep, which helps the brain chemicals, which can help some depression, not all. Don't take this as gospel. I'm not a mental health expert. But that'll maybe help with that, which helps you get stuff done in the day, which helps quell the insomnia because you're not anxious about stuff you didn't get done. That's how I solved it. Not everyone's gonna be able to solve it like that, and it's not infallible. Brains are fickle things. Yeah. Let me make one thing extremely freaking clear. Flail, base, Morning Star, Dark Souls weapon categories. We did it. We have elded one ring. Thank you. Goodbye. You don't have the money for a premium kitchen. Some guy on YouTube. You can easily build your own furniture for less than $50. His garage. Oh my god, I made this prom dress for only $10. Already owns a $200 sewing machine, a $100 dress form, full supply of thread and haberdashery. You can recreate your favorite fast food menus at home for less money and more flavor. Says the person with a $3,000 Cliest cookware, 6 professional kitchen appliances, living in the heart of a large city with ample grocery selection, sponsored by HelloFresh and Skillshare. You can make these high-quality meals in minutes. Spent years training as a professional chef and has developed the skills allowing them to cook well and quickly as a direct result. Okay, no, that last one is BS though. You will be bad, but you will get better if you just try. For the love of God, stop with this fatalist attitude. They're so much better than me, that's why it works for them. Yeah, because they put in the time. Cooking is one of life's great joys. You don't have to be Joshua Wiseman with a $1 million kitchen setup, you know? You can just be a dude with a fry pan like me who makes things that can store well in the fridge. Takes me about an hour every weekend. Highly recommend meal prep. Sliding those extinctions! Shark every time there's a cataclysmic event. Dang, it's crazy. Anyway, good thing I'm so smooth. Sharks are so smooth, extinction events just slide off them. Oh my god, that comic is amazing. That comic is amazing. Apparently the closest extinction event for sharks was when we got a taste for shark fin soup, apparently. That's terrifying. That's absolutely terrifying. Poor sharks. Please don't eat Gura. I need entertainment some weeknights. Brain shenanigans regarding profile pictures and icons are fun. Do you ever associate someone with their icon so much that you just assume that they're the same gender as their icon or something, and then they post a selfie and you're like, wait, you're not Thomas the Tank Engine? Yes, I have had this happen. So let me paint a story. I used to play a female Lalafell in Final Fantasy XIV. That was my first character. I've since become a male Highlander because musculature. But the thing is whenever I joined voice chat, people weren't expecting my voice. They were expecting they were expecting a woman. That was not intentional. I just like the squeaky little noises that they make. But apparently, I got gender coded by my Final Fantasy character, and I think that's funny. I wish I was his teacher. I accidentally printed a very tiny version of my assignment, and I'm gonna hand it in as a joke. Update on this post. My prof laughed so hard she cried, and she's gonna show it to all of her teaching friends. That's amazing. That's so good. That is so genuinely good. I love that. I love everything about this. It's pure. It's good. It's wonderful. Chef's kiss. You did a good job. What are your thoughts on local radio stations? The one in my area suck. When I was a kid, I was really enamored with a handful of local radio stations. The DJs were hilarious and really nice and would play songs for you. But my favorite thing was this thing one of them did called the 520 Primal Scream. Every day at 5:20, he would take a random caller and let them shriek their head off on the air. No opinions or venting or anything like that, just wordless screaming. Often these were people in traffic or just getting out of work, and you could hear some really adorable people being all like, yark, and then giggling and feeling better after. And I remember this one guy who just went, oh, for like half a minute, and then the DJ was like, holy crap, you're like some kind of tornado siren. And I think about that guy sometimes. I think about that DJ. I hope he's doing okay. I'm sorry for not sustaining a 30-second scream. I do have neighbors, and I don't think they'd appreciate it. But that's a wonderful bit for a radio station, and it's better than any soundboard. Funny woo chemicals. The day I learned, no studies have found MSG unsafe for consumption, and hundreds of studies have found it perfectly safe. Likewise, MSG's common reputation as unsafe mostly stems from one person's unverified complaints and speculation, and the substance has been considered safe by the USDA for 58 years. I just don't think people should be eating copies of Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid. There's so many Metal Gear Solid references that I could have chosen from at that exact moment that it actually overwhelmed me and shut off my brain. I could have gone Psycho Mantis, just like, I can tell by the MSG that you love McDonald's or something like that, or like, freaking boss, you killed a burger, but there's just too many options. So the only thing I think we can do is, on a topic of MSG, make a comment about seasoning Solid Snake's buns. Let's just move on. Reminds me of that besieged in all direction by demons Mormon from a while back. Anyone want to shoot me before I have to go to a dinner party with both of my grandfathers? Post revoked. My grandfather just revealed that he believes he's being haunted by a knife-wielding succubus who visits his dreams. He demonstrated the powerful kicks he uses to fight her off when she climbs into his bed. Oh, this is a kind of super plotline, isn't it? That's actually not great. You might want to get him checked. That's awful. That's not, like, I'm laughing, but, like, that's genuinely troubling. OSHA Among Us. Concept, basically Among Us, except if you don't perform your tasks in an OSHA-compliant fashion, there's a random chance you'll accidentally kill yourself. The imposters can't murder anyone directly. They can only create workplace hazards or sabotage tasks that require precautions they ordinarily wouldn't. OSHA Among Us. No, that actually sounds sick. Somebody make this. New Blood! New Blood, you guys aren't doing Unfortunate Spacemen anymore. This is public domain, I think. I don't know how copyright law works with Tumblr posts, but hit this dude up. Leaving house, good for depression, bad for anxiety. Staying at house, good for anxiety, bad for depression. Standing directly in the doorway to achieve peak mental health. Cat. I never understand why cats just stand in doorways. It's like their AI breaks. It's very unsettling to me, but at the same time, they're just little squinky bungos, and I can't be mad at them. I don't think I can handle big Pokemon either. The biggest questions the Detective Pikachu answered. No one but professional trainers has a full team of 6 in the Pokemon universe because it would be a frickin' gigantic hassle to deal with 6 animals, let alone different types that need different things. Some people don't evolve their Pokemon because imagine having a frickin' cat and then you choose to make the cat 5 times as big and strong. Would you do this if you weren't battling? Technically, if your cat isn't battling, it doesn't evolve. That does, however, give cat owners a strong incentive not to let their cat outside, because realistically, any cat that's allowed to free roam is gonna rack up experience until it evolves. I let my Litten out one day, and a week later, Incineroar rips my door off and demands wet food only. And you give it to that nightmare. That thing is going to just it's gonna hit you with the counter. And then the match is over. And then you just fall off a final destination. I believe I am. Not elegant enough to be a vampire, not jock enough to be a werewolf. Goblin it is! Yes. Moving on. Why is it so small? It is a baby. Thank you, science side of Tumblr. There's this post forever ago that was very insightful commentary about the fandom dynamics of something. I forget what it was specifically. And it was this big multi-paragraph write-up, really well-structured and written. And then the next comment was, I thought this was a really insightful post from a brain surgeon like your bio suggests, but then I realized you're a Danganronpa roleplay account. And frankly, that lives in my mind rent-free. Tumblr is simple. I log on, I reblog pretty pictures, I see the most insane opinion a human being can have, I log off. Remember, at any point in time, you can be subjected to a 13-year-old's opinion on something, and frankly, that's probably a world health violation. Unless you're 13, in which case it's rad as hell. Good for you guys. And that's all the time we have here today on Kalbus. If you like this, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, maybe share this with a friend who could use a reminder that Tumblr was once bought by Yahoo, and then I'm pretty sure they sold it at a great loss. If you do want more r/Kalbus, there'll be another one popping up on your screen in just a couple of seconds, but until then, my name has been Lumo, and I hope to see you in the very next Kalbus video. Have a great rest of your day.